Bang! Neeves Knives, I'm Jared, and today we have something new from Piratech. It's been a little while, so this is really awesome. This is just a little additional thing. We'll check that out in a second, but this is what we're here for. So let's get right into it. This is the new Saga S90V 62 HRC. Love to see that. I did already take a peek at it, so let's get it out. So this is the new Saga, and I gotta say, it's a very attractive knife. Very, very attractive. Now, let's thwack that sucker open. Now, I am going to say the obvious here. This looks very similar to a Sebenza. Now, obviously, it's not a one-to-one, and the Sebenza is a very traditional shape, and so to me, I think the Sebenza is one of the most attractive EDC knives out there. Very simple design, but that's what's so beautiful about it. So this kind of executes the same thing. Not copied, but you know, it has a tradition. Well, actually, this is actually a trailing point. So the Sebenza would be a traditional drop point. It does kind of clip down here, but I'm gonna call it a drop point because it starts from back here and goes down. Anyways, this one it does curl up a little bit, but the tip is still low enough that you're gonna easily be able to get to it. You got a lot of flat here. This is a deep hollow grind, thick blade stock with a crowned spine. Beautiful satin finish on the S90V. Beautiful plunge grind too. Oh yeah, they did even a plunge grind like the Sebenza, which I always say, the Sebenza has one of the best plunge grinds in the business. It's all the way damn near behind the scales. Now, they are known for doing magnetic scales. That's kind of what got them into everything, was the magnetic scales. So this pops off like that. So I'm sure they're going to have a bunch of different scales possibly that you can use to switch it up to make it look, you know, a little different. Now, if you also notice, that blocks all the hardware. So you can't see any of the hardware. Look at that backspacer. Really cool backspacer. I like that. Then we have a milled titanium pocket clip. It looks like it works great. They cut the cutoff for the lock bar on the inside, like I always say. Good lock bar access, nice texturing in there. Not as much as like a Sebenza, but it's still pretty good. Now, I will say one little thing right off the bat, but it seems like it might be getting better. I'm gonna put some KPL heavy on my detent ball, but I do feel a little bit of grit inside of it. Now, I'm guessing that's from this blasted finish. They probably boxed it up really quick. I'm not sure. And it's probably just, you know, or maybe possibly after the blast, it wasn't cleaned to perfection, and maybe a little bit of the blasting came off, you know, during, you know, assembly or whatever. So I'm going to just really quick take care of that. If you're ever interested in getting one of these solid aluminum trays, these are our Neeves Knife Co. Disassembly trays that are made in the USA, and everything, you know, is fit for the stuff you're going to need. So what we're gonna do really quick, and I'm gonna speed through this, you're not gonna have to watch it all. You are definitely going to want to see the inside of this. Oh, we got multi-row ceramic bearings. That's always cool to see. And yes, I can see the stuff in there now. So we got a little gunk in there. That's fine. We're going to clean it up. Technically, this should not be this way. We should get it already pre-cleaned. But I will say, I noticed that it's got a bushing. That's really cool, because a bushing makes it where, you know, the blade is obviously rotating on the bushing, and it can make it even more solid. Now, I'm not... So this side, it just, man, that's crazy. So this side, it just screws into. That's crazy. So this just screws right into there. That's actually really cool. I don't know if I've ever seen that done. Spyderco uses a bushing. So, you know, it's kind of like that, but only one side has the hardware. So let me get this, and we're gonna clean all of this off. So I cleaned this all up with Windex. It's kind of my special sauce. I think Windex works on pretty much everything. but also you can use rubbing alcohol. That works great too. But I wanted to clean every single little detail, so I did use the KPL Q-tips, which we do have all this stuff on the Neve Knife Co. site if you want to get any of the KPL Heavy, which is what I use to go around the bushing and on the detent, and then I use the KPL Original on the multi-row ceramic bearing. Clip goes on the outside. The back spacer feels like it's like almost machined to this. I think it is. No, maybe not. Man, it is on there really well. So not getting that off. These parts do have incredible machining. So, oh, do you know what's cool? They got a little detent for the clip, which what that does is once it's tight, it'll make it where it can't shift. That's actually really, really cool. And then slap that on there. Now let's listen for it. Oh, much, much better. Oh, a million times better. Yeah, there we go. Now she's smooth. I didn't want to open and close it too much with that grittiness. You know, it could make it kind of permanent if it gets any scratches inside there, but that was a real easy cleanup, very easy to take down. So very impressive, man. The thumb studs are, you know, they don't have any texture on it. I typically prefer texturing. That's one nitpick I will say right off the bat is they are a little bit smooth, but they're also very easy to utilize. But I do think because, you know, if you want to consider the Sebenza, obviously this is made overseas. This is a USA made. I replaced my thumb studs on my Sebenza because I hate the Sebenza thumb studs. It would have been really cool to see something like that on one of these. Actually, I could do that because I can remove this. Maybe that's something we'll do. Great jimping on the spine. Love that jimping. Very, very useful. Very, very smooth. You know, and I just tightened it all the way tight, so I didn't even have to tune it. Great machining, man. Look at that. Perfect centering. All I did was go to tight. That's cool. That really shows you when parts are machined extremely, extremely well. Lock bar, you know, it has nice strong tension, but is easy to push over because of all the lock bar access. The lock up, very secure, very strong lockup. Yeah, look at that. Nice, strong lockup. A lot of people like to see a very early lockup right off the bat. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. It's about 60, 70%. You know, a good lock bar, you know, that has good strength is typically going to be like that. You know, a nice early lockup is nice if it won't fail, but it's more likely to fail if the lock face geometry is not perfect. This makes a nice strong engagement, and to be honest, like that much can take a very long time to move over. Put it this way, look at the Sebenza, how far the Sebenza is on mine. It's been that way since I got it. And I've had this for years and I've squeezed the hell out of it. So not worried about that at all. The clip, let me just try it really quick while we're sitting here. Perfect clip. Clip nice and smooth. I like it, man. I like this thing a lot. I think they did a really good job. Nitpicks and negatives really quick. One, I would love to see texturing on the thumb studs. I would love to see them even come out with some different thumb studs, maybe some blue ones to match the overlay or inlay. I like the fact that they did a magnetic inlay, but I would have loved to have seen something over here. A lot of people don't like to see a knife that is not symmetrical. Now, that doesn't mean it has to have the exact same inlay, but it'd be cool if it had something. Like even if it was just a small inlay to go right there, right on the top right here, that would be really cool. That people would love that. Or maybe even like a little tiny inlay to also go on the clip. That would be really cool and very easy to do, I would imagine, but maybe not, I don't know. The logo's machined into the titanium, which is really nice. Look at that, it's deep machining, it's in there. That's really cool. Same thing with the Piratech, very minimal branding on there. Love to see that. Any more nitpicks? You know, obviously, you know, the grit, when I first opened it, that was not a good thing. Man, this lockup is so loud. Nice, powerful, man. Very ergonomic, extremely, extremely comfortable. And, you know, like I said, I love the lock bar cut on the inside. All these edges are knocked down really, really nicely. This is amazing. This is really good. Now, my one other little thing that I would prefer This isn't a criticism. This isn't a negative by any means whatsoever. This is going to be personal. I would have loved to have seen a more, not a sheep's foot, but like a drop foot blade shape, where this goes down and it curls downward where the tip is lower than the center of the pivot or on point with the center of the pivot. I don't think it's a good idea to go with a higher tip than the center of the pivot for a knife like this. This is supposed to be, because it's going to be still a great blade shape. So don't get me wrong. This is an amazing blade shape. You're going to be able to do your utility cuts, cut down on flat surfaces. You got plenty of straight right there to do good slicing. It has a nice deep hollow grind, but with a lower tip, you will have much more powerful utility cuts, which I do think would be better. Also, with a tip that's center line, it's even better for puncturing. So anyways, that's, like I said, not a big deal at all, man. I think this thing is very attractive. And, I'm hoping maybe we'll see some different variations of this exact model, in the future, because I think they got something really cool here. And yeah, so obviously the first one was very similar to a 940. This one's more similar to a Sebenza, but it's not copying or anything like that. This is just what, the things it kind of maybe is, how can you say it, inspired by. I personally don't have a problem with that. We're all inspired by stuff, and those are great designs, and they're not like, one-to-one or anything like that. You can totally tell it's a different knife. So, there's no problems with that. Look at how tightly fit that blade is in there. That is damn good, man. Now, I did see on the site that they have a mirror polished version with 3 different inlays that you get with that version. Obviously, that one's much more expensive. And they also have a DLC version, which I'm really hoping to get. But that one does not come with the extra scales. There you guys go. Oh yeah, this little box, sorry. This came with a whole bunch of little brass coins. So it's a nice little leather pouch, and all of them have their logo on the front. Set sail to the unknown, Piratech. And then on the back, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Love it. And they all say the same thing. So I got my little gold coin pouch here so I can do some John Wick stuff. There you guys go. Work hard, stay tough. Until next time, peace.